Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the third series of the HTML5 Canvas Apprenticeship. In this video, we will be learning about drawing various shapes using the Canvas API. The first function we will be working with is the fillRect function. The fillRect function of the context takes 4 parameters: the x coordinate, the y coordinates, the width and the height. Let's get into the code. As usual, we set up the basic variables to be used in the examples. In this case, we have the canvas and the context elements variable set. We'll call the fillRect function of the context element and pass in the x coordinate, y coordinate, the width and the height. Once done, we'll save this document and refresh the browser. We'll find a rectangle being drawn at the 40,40 location with the width and the height as specified. Rectangle is too narrow. Let's increase the height of the rectangle to 100 pixel. Save the document and refresh the browser. The fillRect uses the default fill style, which is black, and renders the rectangle. We can change the fill style property of the context, and we will see that in some future videos. In the next section, we will have a look at the strokeRect function. The strokeRect method of the Canvas API takes the same number of parameters as the fillRect. The only difference is, instead of filling the area, it draws an outline. The parameters, as I said, are the same: the x coordinate, the y coordinate, the width and the height. Once done, save the document and refresh the browser. Let's move the y coordinate a bit down. We'll make it 160 instead of 120. And thus you have a rectangle with an outline. Now let's draw some more rectangles dynamically. Now, instead of hard coding the locations and the width and the height, we will declare variables for them. The x location is 40, the y location is 220. Let's set the width to 50 and the height to 50. Let's create a for loop which will iterate 10 times and then draw the rectangles dynamically. Call the strokeRect method on the context and pass in the x, y coordinate and the width and the height. Save the document and refresh the browser screen. And before that, increment the x coordinate so that it will move the pixels represented by the width of the rectangle. Let's lower the y coordinate a bit more. And more. And now you have a series of rectangles drawn onto your canvas. Now let's draw some lines. We'll draw by beginning an horizontal line followed by a vertical line. Set up your work environment and the appropriate files. So drawing a line is a multi-step process, and lines are composed of paths. So as usual, set up your variables for canvas and the contest. So let's start by calling the begin path function on the context. Begin path indicates the beginning of the path, and then use the move to function and pass in the x and y coordinates. Move to function sets the point from which the next action should be taken, and then invoke the line to function passing in the target coordinates, which are in the form of x and y. And to finally output the line, call the close path method on the context, and then call the stroke method on the context. Save your file and refresh the browser. And you have a horizontal line. Now let's draw a vertical line. For drawing a vertical line, the x coordinate should be the same, and you just need to change the location of the y coordinate. As usual, begin with the begin path and then use the move to function to mark the start point, and then use the line to function to mark the destination point. Then close the path using the close path method. And then call the stroke method on the context. Save the file and refresh the screen, and there you have a vertical line. Now let's see how to clear the canvas. To clear the canvas, we have to use the clearRect method of the Canvas API. In this example, we will add a button to the HTML page and give it an ID of btn clear. We will then add an event listener to the button, which will listen for the click event, and when the button is clicked, we'll call the clearRect method on the Canvas API, passing in the locations and the width and height of the canvas. In the next session, we will have a look at how to handle events in detail and what are the best practices regarding user interaction along with canvas objects. If you run the application, you will see the horizontal and the vertical line, and when you click on the clear canvas button, the screen is cleared immediately. There are some more features regarding the clearRect functions which we'll cover in subsequent videos.